See, well, one thing has nothing to do with another, I guess, but I don't know. I'm starting to think that, look, if you keep Margaret, Melissa, Teresa, and Dolores, and you bring in 3 to 4 new people, four, half old, half new, it is going to feel like a different show. To me, even though the ratings aren't good and it's not the best season, I do find it interesting. Look, I think this season with Atlanta, the plan was so great. It's just they made a mistake with getting rid of Kenya. It could have worked so much better. I think that would work for old and for new. I don't think that they're not. I think that this might symbolize these are the four coming back to New Jersey. Now, a couple of things with that, okay? Um, yeah, I think they might announce the new season of RHONJ at BravoCon. Certainly, they're going to roll out the Rory girls. Sarah seems to think they're going to roll out the new RHONY cast. I think maybe they will roll out these four as the future of New Jersey and say currently casting and these four are returning. I don't think they'll roll out the whole thing yet, but these four and they'll start around Christmas and we'll have sprinkle cookies and pinoli cookies. And I'm starting to think that might be the case and Fuda and Cabral might be out now. That lets me that into many other circumstances because part of me is like they're not going to want Teresa and Melissa together because they're going to want that moment on camera. But I'm also starting to think that putting these two, and could this have been the plan all along? I'm starting to think maybe this was the plan of just look, and this is why Bravo owns Teresa, okay? Because I've heard a couple of things about this too. It's like in August, Teresa says, I'll never film with Melissa. In December 2024, she says that. She's still kind of saying that, but she's saying it a lot less, okay? She's saying it a lot less. And I've heard from a source now that she's going to BravoCon with Melissa and with Margaret that they're just gonna say, here you go. I mean, they'll tell her this before. You can either come back or not come back. Melissa's coming back. And I mean, could they be having a panel with the two of them just to let's see how it goes? Now, I don't mean like let's see how it goes and that will determine the future of New Jersey. I think they're already gonna have it determined that you're both coming back to grow up, go put a pair of pants on and get to work. Too bad, Teresa. Take it or leave it. And she's gonna take it. So the good news is, Teresa, you'll have a job. The bad news is Bravo owns you, not the other way around, sweetheart. So you are going to have to work with Melissa and you are going to have to work with Margaret. And somehow I'm starting to think this is their plan all along. We're going to bring them both back, and a month isn't going to solve this. 2 months isn't going to solve this. But man, a year and a half, 2 years of people living their life will just forget about the fact that Teresa said she'll never speak to this woman again. And here we are. And somehow we're going to have this. Now, I know everyone's rolling their eyes. Guys, if you don't want this and you're not excited by this news and you say you're not going to watch, don't watch. Here behind the velvet rope, we will be recapping everything that happens in 25 minutes. Well, yeah, I'll have to watch it. I have no choice. But, that's going to be interesting because y'all say you're not going to watch. Is that true? Are you really not going to watch? I'm starting to think these are the four. Why else are they going to BravoCon? I'm starting to think Cabral is out and Food is out, and we'll bring in 4 new people, and maybe they will have a panel. And there you go. It'll start softening the blow. So Teresa never speaking to Melissa again. Well, you're speaking to her right there. First of all, this will be the most highly attended panel in the world. Someone will ask you a question. Teresa, my question's for you. Say 3 nice things about Melissa. And anyone going to BravoCon, if so, go and ask that question. Melissa, say 3 nice things about Teresa, and it will start to soften. And guess what? Now, I also heard that they're going to get pay cuts for the new season, but let's talk about that another show too. So, that's the good news. The good news is, Teresa, you're going to have a job. The bad news is it may not be the actual job that you want. Now, let me just cover something else very quickly. We have 2 more things to very quickly cover. This is floating around. I say this is fake news about Gia Giudice. This is on, so many people have sent me this. A Rutgers University source confirmed to the media, and I call it fake news on this, that an internal and believe. See, I don't hate Gia and Junior G. You guys know my friend Junior G? Well, according to this Junior G, she's in trouble. I don't hate Junior G. I don't hate the animal across the river, and I don't even hate Looney Louie. It says a Rutgers University source confirmed to the media that an internal investigation was launched after the school board received an anonymous tip that a group of students, including Junior G, you know my friend Junior G, that a group of students, including Junior G, had used a professional ghostwriting service to complete important papers this past semester. The source said, and this is like, a year ago, whenever she was in fucking school. The source said that the service was not a single-sided ghostwriting service, but operated as a real company with payments through Venmo, PayPal, and fake accounts. After further investigation, a surprising name appeared on the list of accounts receiving money, an LLC registered under the name of a distant relative of Luis Ruelas. So they're saying that Louis had this ghostwriting service in Junior G, and all her friends were using it to complete the papers, and therefore, cheated the school system. And Junior G was being investigated, and maybe that's why Junior G. I heard Junior G fucked up the LSATs. I mean, I did good on the LSATs. I went to law school. Who cares? We all move on. Not really anything to brag about. You know what I mean? You'll be fine, Junior G, a reality TV star now. But I call fake news on this. I don't believe this. But this is, I can't tell you how many people have told me they saw this and I looked into it. I call fake news. See, I don't know. Look, that animal across the river flips tables, but you blow her, you could blow her over. You want your $2 million, ching, ching, ching. She comes running like a dog. So trust me, she's going to go to BravoCon. Bravo owns you, sweetie. They're going to tell you just what to do. You'll be on a panel with Melissa, and you'll have to film with her and Margaret, and you'll have all these other new people. And somehow, but look, this not speaking, it ain't going to work. So they're going to give her a lecture. And that's the thing. You'll never speak to her again. Well, now that it's a year later, you're going to BravoCon with them. So they're going to say, take it or leave it, Teresa. You can either not speak to her and not come back or come back. Melissa's coming back, Margaret's coming back, and Dolores is coming back. Would you like to come back with Melissa and Margaret? I understand you don't want to, but would you like to for the paycheck? Because you can pass the paycheck up and we can go on with your show, as you say, like Jax Taylor said, without you. Choice is yours. Teresa will say yes. So, guys, I'm starting to think this is the foreshadowing of what's going to happen with New Jersey. And she is going to get a contract, Teresa. I heard it's for less money. I heard they're all going to make less money, which I used to run HR and recruiting every year at Martha Stewart. We had layoffs. We just had layoffs every December. I was so pissed. I was such a bitch. I was in charge of hiring. I'm like, why are we laying all these people off? We know we're going to need some of them in 3 months. Oh, you'll just hire new people, David. Are you fucking kidding me? Making my life harder. And I would just always say, why don't we offer this person? They're 58 years old. They're not going to go on and start over. Like, so they make 200. They would probably be thrilled to make, 130. And they would just say, it never